Lesson 1, Artistic Inspiration.
Hey Anna, I heard you've been working on some new art projects. How's that going?
It's been going really well, actually. I've been experimenting with some new color palettes and techniques.
That's great. What kind of colors have you been incorporating into your work lately?
Well, I've been really drawn to rich, earthy tones like deep reds, oranges, and browns. I find them to be so warm and inviting.
Ooh, those sound like beautiful colors. They create such a cozy, natural feel.
Exactly. I've also been playing around with some bolder, more vibrant hues as well. Pops of teal, fuchsia, and sunshine yellow.
Wow, that's a really interesting mix. The contrast between the earthy and the bright must make for some striking pieces.
Definitely. I'm finding that the combination of those two color schemes is really captivating.
I bet. It probably gives your art such depth and visual interest.
Lesson 2, Fitness Fun.
Hey Anna, have you been to the gym lately? They have some really cool new equipment.
No, I haven't been in a while. What kind of new equipment do they have?
Well, they have these amazing treadmills that can simulate running uphill. And the stationary bikes are like interactive video games.
Wow, that sounds super fun. I'd love to try those out. Maybe we could go together sometime?
Absolutely. We could make a whole day of it, do some cardio, lift some weights, and then treat ourselves to a healthy smoothie afterwards.
Sounds like a plan. I'm always looking for new ways to stay active and motivated. Plus, it'll be great to catch up while we work out.
For sure. I find that working out with a friend makes the time go by so much faster. And we can push each other to try new things.
Definitely. I'm excited to check out the gym's new equipment. This is going to be a fun fitness adventure.
I can't wait. It'll be a great way for us to get in shape and have some laughs too.
Lesson 3, AI Assistant.
Hey Anna, did you hear about that new AI assistant everyone's been talking about?
No, I haven't. What is it?
It's like having a virtual assistant you can ask anything. You can get answers, help with tasks, and even have conversations with it.
Wow, that sounds amazing. What kind of things can you ask it?
Literally anything, from research to analysis to creative writing. It's like having a knowledgeable friend you can consult anytime.
That's so cool. I'm really curious to try it out. How do you get access to this AI assistant?
It's actually pretty accessible. You can download an app or use the web version. And the best part is, it's free to use.
That's awesome. I'm definitely going to check it out. It could be so helpful for all sorts of things, from school projects to everyday tasks.
Absolutely. I think it's going to revolutionize the way we get information and assistance. It's like having a personal expert at your fingertips.
Lesson 4, The Calgary Stampede.
Hey Anna, did you hear about the plans to bring back the Calgary Stampede?
The Calgary Stampede? I'm not familiar with that. What is it?
It's this big rodeo and Wild West show that used to be a huge event in Calgary, Alberta. But it hasn't been happening for a while.
Oh, that sounds really interesting. What made them decide to bring it back?
Well, apparently a group of Calgary businessmen got together and put up $25,000 to revive the stampede. They wanted to celebrate the city's cowboy heritage.
That's really cool. I bet it would be an amazing experience to attend. What kind of events and activities are part of the Calgary Stampede?
Oh, all sorts of classic rodeo events like bull riding, calf roping, and barrel racing. Plus, there are usually carnival rides, live music, and lots of food and drinks.
It sounds like a ton of fun. I'd love to go if I ever have the chance to visit Calgary. Reviving that kind of cultural event must be really exciting for the community.
Definitely. I think it's going to bring a lot of energy and pride back to the city. I'm really looking forward to seeing how the new Calgary Stampede turns out.
Lesson 5, Mutiny on the Bounty.
Hey Anna, did you know that in the British Navy, mutineers weren't normally hanged?
Really? I didn't know that. I thought mutiny was always punished severely.
Normally, yes. But there was one famous case where the mutineers weren't executed, even though they took over the ship.
Wow, that's really interesting. What happened in that case?
It was the mutiny on the HMS Bounty in 1789. The crew mutinied against the captain, but they weren't hanged when they were caught.
That's so surprising. Why weren't the mutineers punished more harshly?
Well, it's a bit of a complicated story. The captain, William Bligh, was known to be quite cruel and abusive. So the mutiny was seen as somewhat justified.
I see. So the mutineers were let off the hook because the captain had mistreated them?
Exactly. The British Admiralty decided not to execute them, and they were just sent back to England to face trial.
Lesson 6, Decluttering Dilemma.
Hey Anna, have you started your spring cleaning yet?
Not yet, but I've been meaning to. I have so much stuff in my closet that I never wear anymore.
I know the feeling. I just went through my closet and ended up donating a ton of clothes I don't need.
That's a great idea. I really should do the same. But it's so hard to let go of things sometimes.
I hear you. It can be tough to part with stuff, even if you know you don't use it. But it feels so refreshing once you do.
You're right. I think I'm going to make a day of it and really tackle my closet. Organize everything and decide what to keep and what to donate.
Awesome. I find it helps to be ruthless. If you haven't worn something in a year, it's probably time to let it go.
Good point. I tend to hold on to things just in case, but realistically, I'll probably never wear most of it again.
Exactly. And donating it means someone else can get use out of it. It's a win-win.
Lesson 7: Babe Ruth's Dominance.
Morning. Did you know Babe Ruth rose to fame by dominating not just one but a number of sports?
Wow, really? I didn't know that about Babe Ruth. What other sports did he excel in besides baseball?
Well, he was quite an athlete. Babe Ruth was actually a talented basketball and football player in his early days.
That's incredible. I always thought of him as just a baseball legend. What made him switch focus to baseball then?
Apparently, Babe Ruth flouted conventional notions of femininity and masculinity. His prowess on the field challenged gender norms at the time.
Fascinating. It's amazing how he was able to excel in so many different sports, all while pushing boundaries. Babe Ruth must have been an incredible athlete.
Absolutely. His multisport dominance and unconventional persona made him a true icon of his era.
I'm really intrigued to learn more about Babe Ruth's diverse athletic career. He sounds like a fascinating historical figure.
I agree, there's so much more to him beyond just his baseball legacy. It's a great story of athletic versatility and trailblazing.
Lesson 8: Pastel Dresses for Evening Wear.
Hey Anna, did you see the new evening wear collection at the store?
No, I haven't had a chance to check it out yet. What did you think of it?
They have some beautiful pastel dresses that would be perfect for summer evenings.
Ooh, pastel dresses sound lovely. What colors did they have?
They had soft shades of pink, lavender, and mint green. Very romantic and elegant.
Those colors sound so dreamy. I bet they would look stunning for a summer wedding or garden party.
Absolutely. The fabrics looked really high quality too, not too heavy for the warmer weather.
That's great to hear. I'll have to stop by the store and take a look. Pastel dresses are such a beautiful trend.
Definitely worth checking out. The whole evening wear section looked really nice this season.
Lesson 9: The Evolution of Operating Systems.
Hey Anna, did you hear about the latest developments in operating systems?
No, I haven't been following that lately. What's new in the world of operating systems?
Well, programs like MS-DOS, Unix, Macintosh, and Windows have all come into existence over the years.
Ah, yes, those are some of the major operating systems that have shaped personal computing. How have they evolved?
Each one has brought new features and capabilities to the table. MS-DOS was one of the earliest, followed by the more graphical Unix and Macintosh systems.
And Windows has really dominated the personal computer market for a long time, right?
Exactly. Windows built on the GUI, graphical user interface, concepts pioneered by Macintosh and became the de facto standard for most users.
It's fascinating to see how operating systems have progressed and transformed the way we interact with computers.
Definitely. The evolution of operating systems has been a key driver of technological progress over the past few decades.
Lesson 10: Exploring the Food Court.
Hey Anna, have you been to the new mall downtown lately?
No, I haven't had a chance to check it out yet. What did you think of it?
It's pretty nice. One thing I really enjoyed was the food court.
Ah, yes, most malls these days have a food court. What did you think of the options?
Well, the food court there has a dozen or more different restaurants and eateries.
Wow, that's a lot of variety. What kind of food did they have?
Everything from fast food chains to specialty ethnic cuisines. There were a lot of choices.
That's great. The food court is such a convenient way to sample different foods all in one place.
Definitely. And the open layout with all the tables and chairs makes it a nice spot to sit and relax.
Lesson 11: A Bigger World Beyond School.
Hey Anna, did you see how big the school building looked when we first arrived?
Yes. I was amazed at how massive and intimidating the school seemed compared to our old one.
I know, right? It was like a whole new world opening up to us.
Definitely. Going from a small neighborhood school to this huge campus was a bit overwhelming at first.
But it's been great adapting to the new environment and all the opportunities it offers.
Absolutely. There's just so much more to explore and discover beyond our old comfort zone.
Exactly. It's like we're baby birds learning to fly, ready to take on the big world out there.
That's a great analogy. It does feel like we're spreading our wings and seeing a much bigger picture.
Yeah, it's both exciting and a little daunting. But I'm glad we get to experience it together.
Lesson 12: A Month Away.
Hey Anna, I'm thinking about taking a month off work to fully immerse myself in learning a new language. What do you think?
That sounds like an amazing opportunity, John. Learning a new language can be so rewarding.
I'm really excited about it, but I'm also a bit nervous. I've never taken that much time off work before.
I understand the hesitation, but a month-long immersion could make a huge difference in your language skills. Have you looked into any programs or courses?
I've been researching some immersion programs abroad, but I'm not sure which one would be the best fit.
Well, I'm happy to help you look into the options. Where are you thinking of going?
I'm considering Spain or Italy. Those cultures have always fascinated me.
Both would be amazing choices. You should pick the one that aligns best with your interests and learning style.
That's a good point. I'll need to weigh the pros and cons of each location.
Lesson 13, Picnic in the Park.
Hey Anna, let's plan a picnic in the park this weekend. It'll be a great chance to enjoy the nice weather.
Sounds like a wonderful idea, John. I'd love to spend some time outdoors.
Excellent. We should make a list of what to bring: blankets, snacks, maybe some games.
Great suggestion. We should pack some fresh fruit, sandwiches, and maybe some cookies for dessert.
Ooh, and don't forget the lemonade or iced tea to keep us hydrated.
Definitely. And we should bring a portable speaker so we can listen to some music.
Good call. It'll create a nice ambience for our little picnic.
Absolutely. And we can bring a frisbee or a lawn game to keep us entertained.
Sounds like a plan. I'm really looking forward to it. It'll be a nice break from the usual routine.
Lesson 14, Fitness Friends.
Hey Anna, have you tried any new workouts lately? I've been looking to mix up my routine.
Hello, John. I've been experimenting with some different exercises. Have you heard of HIIT training? It's really intense, but great for burning calories.
HIIT? That sounds interesting. What kinds of moves are involved in that?
It's a mix of high-intensity cardio bursts and strength training. Things like jumping jacks, mountain climbers, and squats with overhead presses.
Wow, that does sound intense. I usually just stick to jogging and weightlifting. Do you think HIIT would be a good addition to my routine?
Definitely. HIIT is perfect for increasing endurance and building muscle. Just be sure to start slowly and listen to your body.
Alright, I'll have to give it a try. Maybe we can do a HIIT workout together sometime.
That's a great idea. I'd love the company. We can motivate each other through the tough parts.
Sounds good. I'm looking forward to it. Trying new workouts with a friend makes it more fun.
Lesson 15, A Tropical Paradise in Southeast Asia.
Hey Anna, I've heard amazing things about this tropical paradise in Southeast Asia. We should plan a trip there.
Wow, that sounds so exciting. What have you heard about it? I'd love to learn more.
Well, I've heard the beaches are absolutely stunning, with crystal clear waters and white sandy shores. And the lush, tropical foliage is supposed to be breathtaking.
That sounds like my kind of place. Do you know what the main attractions are there?
From what I've read, there are incredible hiking trails through the rainforests, where you can spot all kinds of exotic wildlife. And the local cuisine is supposed to be out of this world.
I'm already dreaming of all the delicious, fresh seafood and tropical fruits. This place sounds right up my alley.
Definitely. We should start looking into flights and accommodations soon. I bet it's going to be an unforgettable trip.
I can't wait. Let's do it. This is going to be amazing.
Absolutely. I'm so excited to experience this tropical paradise with you.
Lesson 16: Traditional Burial Practices in North America.
Hey Anna, did you know that in some parts of North America, it's traditional for poor people to be buried at government expense?
Really? I didn't know that. That's interesting. What else can you tell me about this tradition?
Well, it's often referred to as a pauper's funeral. The idea is that the state will provide a basic, no frills burial for those who can't afford it themselves.
I suppose that makes sense, in a way. At least it ensures that everyone gets a proper burial, regardless of their financial situation.
Exactly. It's a way to make sure no one is left without a dignified final resting place.
That's good to hear. I imagine it must be a sensitive topic, though, for those who have to make use of this service.
Definitely. It can be seen as a bit of a stigma, even though it's just meant to provide a basic level of respect and care.
I can understand that. It's a delicate balance between practicality and maintaining dignity.
Absolutely. It's an interesting cultural practice that speaks to the values of supporting the less fortunate in society.
Lesson 17: The Spiritual Presence in American Government.
Hey Anna, did you know that the idea of spirituality is felt throughout the American government, from state houses to federal offices?
Wow, that's really fascinating. I hadn't realized the spiritual element was so deeply ingrained in the workings of the government.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. You can see it in things like the architectural design of government buildings, the language used in official documents, and even the rituals and ceremonies.
That's really intriguing. Can you give me some specific examples of how this spiritual presence manifests?
Well, for one, many state capitol buildings feature artwork, statues, and symbols that reflect religious or spiritual themes. And the language of the Declaration of Independence and Constitution has a strong moral and philosophical underpinning.
That's really fascinating. I suppose it speaks to the role that faith and values have played in shaping the foundations of American governance.
Exactly. There's a deep rooted belief that there is a spiritual dimension to the work of government and public service.
I find that really interesting. It's a perspective that isn't often highlighted, but it's clearly an important part of the fabric of American political and civic life.
Absolutely. It's a fascinating aspect of the country's history and culture that's worth exploring further.
Lesson 18: The Remarkable Babe Didrikson.
Hey Anna, did you know about the incredible athlete Babe Didrikson? She was one of the most celebrated sports figures of the 20th century.
Babe Didrikson? I don't think I'm familiar with her. What made her so remarkable?
Well, Babe Didrikson was an American athlete who excelled in a wide range of sports, including track and field, basketball, and golf.
Wow, that's really impressive. She must have been an incredibly versatile and talented athlete.
Absolutely. She's considered one of the greatest all-around athletes of all time. In the 1932 Olympics, she won gold medals in the javelin throw and the 80-meter hurdles.
That's incredible. To excel at such different athletic disciplines is really quite remarkable.
And that's not even the full extent of her talents. After the Olympics, she went on to become a professional golfer and won 41 LPGA tournaments, including 3 major championships.
Unbelievable. She must have had an incredible work ethic and natural athletic ability to achieve so much in so many different sports.
Definitely. Babe Didrikson was truly a trailblazer and a pioneer for women's sports. She paved the way for so many female athletes who came after her.
Lesson 19: Increasing attendance at Brooklyn Nets games.
Hey Anna, I've been thinking about ways to increase attendance at the Brooklyn Nets basketball games, especially among African American fans.
That's an interesting challenge. What kinds of ideas do you have in mind?
Well, I think one key thing would be to really engage with the local community and make the games feel more accessible and welcoming to a diverse audience.
That makes a lot of sense. What kind of outreach and programming do you think could help with that?
Maybe things like hosting community events at the arena, partnering with local organizations, and offering discounted tickets or special ticket packages.
Those sound like great ideas. Making the game day experience more inclusive and affordable could go a long way.
Exactly. And I also think marketing the team's players and their stories in a way that really resonates with the local community would be important.
Absolutely. Highlighting the diverse backgrounds and narratives of the players could help fans feel more connected to the team.
Definitely. There's a lot of potential, I think, to grow the fan base and make the Nets games a central part of the cultural fabric of Brooklyn.
Lesson 20: Yoga and Body Awareness.
Morning Anna, have you heard that yoga is great for body awareness?
Ah, yes, I've read about that. Apparently, the mindful movements and breathing in yoga help you really tune into your body.
Exactly. It's amazing how yoga can make you more in touch with how your body feels and moves.
Definitely. I find that when I do yoga regularly, I'm much more aware of my posture, muscle tension, and even little aches and pains.
Same here. It's like yoga gives you a sixth sense about your body.
Absolutely. And that body awareness can translate to improved balance, flexibility, and even athletic performance.
Absolutely. I've noticed that my runs and workouts feel so much smoother since I started practicing yoga.
That's great to hear. I'm convinced I'm going to try to incorporate more yoga into my routine.
Awesome, I think you'll really enjoy the mind-body benefits. Let me know if you want any yoga recommendations.
Lesson 21, Challenges from a Baseball Player.
Hey Anna, did you hear about the challenges faced by the baseball player Kurt Flood?
No, I haven't. What happened?
Well, Flood was a prominent baseball player in the 1960s who challenged the league's reserve clause, which essentially bound players to their teams for life.
Wow, that must have been a huge challenge to take on. What did he do?
Flood refused to accept a trade to another team and instead filed a lawsuit against Major League Baseball, arguing that the reserve clause violated antitrust laws.
That was a bold move. How did it turn out?
Ultimately, the Supreme Court ruled against Flood, but his case paved the way for modern free agency in professional sports.
I see. So even though he didn't win the case, his actions had a lasting impact on the industry.
Exactly. Flood's challenge, though unsuccessful at the time, led to significant changes in the way players' rights were handled in the years to come.
Lesson 22, Finding Beach Accommodations.
Hey Anna, do you know of any good places to stay near the beach?
I do, actually. I've been looking into beach getaways lately and have come across some really nice options.
Great, I'd love to hear your recommendations. I'm planning a little beach vacation and want to find the perfect spot.
Well, there's a charming little bed and breakfast just a few blocks from the shore that looks lovely. It gets great reviews for its cozy rooms and scenic location.
That sounds ideal. What about something a little more modern and beachfront?
Let me think. There's a swanky new resort right on the beach that offers stunning ocean views and all the amenities you could want.
Ooh, that sounds like my kind of place. What's the name of that resort?
It's called the Oceanside. I've heard the rooms are spacious and the pool area is fantastic.
Awesome, I'll have to check that out. Thanks for the recommendations. You've given me some great options to consider.
Lesson 23, Honesty is the best policy.
Hey Anna, I need to confess something to you.
Oh? What is it?
Well, the other day, I told you that I had learned an important lesson about honesty, but the truth is, I hadn't really learned that lesson yet.
I see. So you had lied to me about that?
Yes, I'm really sorry. Honesty is so important to me, and I feel terrible about deceiving you like that.
I appreciate you being upfront about it now. Honesty is indeed the best policy.
You're absolutely right. I've learned that it's better to be honest, even if it's difficult, than to try to cover something up.
I'm glad you've realized that. Honesty builds trust, and that's so important in any relationship.
You're completely right. I promise I'll be more truthful going forward. I value our friendship too much to jeopardize it with dishonesty.
Lesson 24, Train Travel Tips.
Hey Anna, I'm planning my first train trip and I could use some tips. Do you have any advice for a first-time train traveler like me?
Absolutely. I've taken quite a few train journeys, so I'd be happy to share some helpful tips.
Great, I'm all ears. What should I keep in mind as I prepare for my trip?
Well, first of all, be sure to arrive at the station a little early, just in case there are any delays or schedule changes.
Okay, good to know. What else?
Also, make sure you have all your tickets and travel documents handy. It's a good idea to double-check those before you board the train.
Got it. Anything else I should be aware of?
Yes, bring some snacks and entertainment for the journey. Train rides can be long, so having things to keep you occupied is key.
That's a great tip. I'll make sure to pack some books, magazines, and maybe even a portable charger for my devices.
Lesson 25, Animal Adventures.
It was incredible. I saw huge gray elephants, playful bunnies, and even some scary-looking crocodiles.
Wow, that sounds like quite the adventure. I would love to check it out. Did you get any good photos?
I did. Here, let me show you. Look at the size of that elephant, it's huge.
Incredible. And oh my, those bunnies are so cute. I want to go pet them.
I know, right? Just be careful around the crocodiles though, they looked pretty ferocious.
Noted. I'll be sure to keep my distance from those. When can we go together?
How about this weekend? I'd love to explore the zoo with you.
Sounds perfect. I can't wait to see all the amazing animals.
Me neither. It's going to be a wild time.
Lesson 26, Ripple Effects.
Hey Anna, did you hear about that random act of kindness someone did the other day?
No, what happened? I love hearing stories about kindness.
Apparently, a stranger paid for the coffee of the person behind them in line. And that person then paid for the next person's order too.
That's incredible. It's amazing how one small act can have a ripple effect, isn't it?
Absolutely. It just goes to show how a little kindness can inspire others to do the same.
I know, it's so heartwarming. I wish we saw more of that in the world.
Me too. It really makes you want to go out and do something nice for someone else.
Definitely. I'm going to keep an eye out for opportunities to spread a little more kindness around.
That's a great idea. Even the smallest gestures can make a big difference.
Lesson 27, Pacific Northwest Adventures.
Hey Anna, have you ever been to the Pacific Northwest?
No, I haven't actually. I've heard it's beautiful though. Why do you ask?
Well, I was thinking of planning a little getaway there. Maybe to British Columbia or even Seattle.
That sounds amazing. The scenery in that part of the world is just stunning.
I know, right? I've seen so many incredible photos of the mountains, forests, and coastlines.
It's definitely on my travel bucket list. The outdoors there just look so serene and peaceful.
Absolutely. I think a nice relaxing trip to reconnect with nature would be perfect.
Definitely. And the food in that region is supposed to be incredible too.
Oh, I hadn't even thought about the food. Now I'm even more excited.
Lesson 28, Sensitive Subjects.
Hey Anna, I wanted to ask you about something, but I'm not sure how to bring it up.
Oh? What is it? You can always feel comfortable talking to me.
It's just, well, I read this article the other day about a sensitive topic. And it got me thinking.
I see. Well, I'm here to listen if you want to discuss it. What was the article about?
It was talking about the backlash some people have faced over comments they've made. You know, the whole cancel culture debate.
Ah, I understand. That can be a tricky and controversial subject for sure.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to say anything that could be misinterpreted or seen as offensive.
I appreciate you being cautious about it. It's a complex issue without any easy answers.
Absolutely. I just wanted your take on it, if you don't mind. It's not the fatwa that's revolting, you understand, but my mention of it, the rather more immoderate Muslim.
Lesson 29, Catching Up on World Events.
Hey Anna, did you catch the news about Britain renewing relations with Iran at the UN last year?
No, I missed that. What happened exactly?
Well, after years of tensions, the two countries decided to restore diplomatic ties in 1990. It was a big move on the global stage.
Ah, I see. That's interesting. I wonder what led to that decision.
From what I understand, it had to do with changing geopolitical dynamics and a desire to improve economic cooperation.
Makes sense. Global politics can be so complex sometimes.
Definitely. There's always more going on behind the scenes than meets the eye.
For sure. It'll be worth keeping an eye on how that relationship evolves going forward.
Absolutely. Developments like that can have ripple effects around the world.
Lesson 30, Poetic Musings.
Morning Anna, I was just thinking about my favorite poet the other day.
Oh, really? Who is it?
Aeschylus. He has this beautiful line about how in our sleep, pain which cannot forget falls drop by drop upon the heart.
Wow, that's a powerful and poetic image. I can see why he's your favorite.
Yeah, his writing has such a haunting, lyrical quality to it. Really gets you thinking.
I can imagine. Poetry has a way of capturing the human experience in these profound ways.
Definitely. There's an artistry to stringing words together to evoke emotion and meaning.
Absolutely. Poetry reminds us of the beauty and complexity in the simplest things.
Well said. It's a real gift to be able to distill those universal truths into verse.
Lesson 31, Hitting Goals.
Hey Anna, how's the work grind treating you lately?
Ugh, it's been a bit of a struggle to be honest. Trying to hit my targets has been really tough.
Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. What kind of challenges have you been facing?
Just the usual tight deadlines, limited resources, fluctuating priorities. It can feel relentless sometimes.
I can imagine. Meeting goals in a high pressure environment is never easy.
Definitely not. But I try to stay positive and focused on what I can control.
That's a great attitude to have. Keeping your head up makes a big difference.
It does. And I know I'm not alone, my teammates are in the same boat.
Well, that's good at least. Leaning on each other helps get through the tough times.
Lesson 32, Bathroom Organization.
Hey Anna, have you seen those new storage solutions for small bathrooms? They look super handy.
No, I haven't. What kind of solutions are you talking about?
All sorts of things over the toilet shelves, hanging caddies, compact vanities, that kind of stuff.
Oh wow, that sounds really useful. Space is always at a premium in bathrooms.
Totally. These solutions seem designed to maximize every inch without looking cluttered.
That's brilliant. Small bathrooms can feel so cramped if you don't have the right setup.
Definitely. These products just seem to solve a lot of the common pain points.
I'll have to look into that. Anything that can help streamline a tiny bathroom is a game changer.
Agreed. It's amazing what a difference the right storage can make.
Lesson 33, Outdoor Adventure Planning.
Hey Anna, I've been thinking about going on a backpacking trip. What do you think?
Ooh, that sounds exciting. Where were you thinking of going?
I'm not sure yet, I'm still in the early planning stages. But I'm open to suggestions.
Well, there are so many great hiking destinations, it's hard to choose. Have you considered the Pacific Northwest?
That's a good idea. The scenery there is supposed to be absolutely breathtaking.
Definitely. The mountains, forests, and coastline make for an incredible outdoor experience.
That does sound right up my alley. I love being immersed in nature like that.
Same here. It's so rejuvenating to disconnect and just be present in the moment.
Couldn't agree more. A good backpacking trip is the perfect reset.
Lesson 34, Picking the Best.
Hey Anna, I went shopping for some groceries this morning. I picked out the best fruits and vegetables for us.
That's great, John. What did you end up getting?
Well, I found some perfectly ripe avocados, juicy tomatoes, and crisp lettuce. I also got a carton of fresh, creamy milk.
Wonderful. Dairy products are so important for a balanced diet.
Absolutely. I made sure to choose the highest quality items. I want us to have the perfect ingredients for our meals.
You always do such a great job picking out the best produce. I'm sure whatever you bought will be delicious.
I'm glad you think so. I took my time to ensure I got the freshest and most flavorful options.
I can't wait to see what you come up with in the kitchen using all those fantastic ingredients.
Me neither. I have some tasty recipe ideas in mind that I think you'll really enjoy.
Lesson 35, Lovely New Outfit.
Hey Anna, I noticed you're wearing a new dress today. It looks stunning on you.
Oh, thank you, John. I just bought it over the weekend. It's a lovely navy blue with floral prints.
Sounds beautiful. Did you buy any other new clothes while you were out shopping?
Yes, I also got a really nice pair of sandals that match the dress perfectly.
That's great. The whole outfit sounds really put together and stylish.
I'm so happy with my purchases. I feel so confident and comfortable in this new outfit.
It really suits you well. You always have such great fashion sense.
Ah, you're so sweet. I just like to find pieces that make me feel my best.
Well, you definitely succeeded with this one. You look amazing.